All right. It's a special MLK Jr. Day edition of GC and Helwani. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing
Feeling good
great.
after the Bills?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I told you, but big game on Saturday.
Yeah, Josh Allen, something.
Josh Allen, incompletions, touchdowns, 7 for 7. I mean, have you ever seen, I know you're still high off of your Bulldogs. A lot of people are giving me crap for calling it the Natty. You could call it the Natty, right?
Yeah, Natty National Championship. I said a few times I was going to the Natty.
So
What do
many
they want you to
haters.
call it? National Championship?
I don't know what they're just a bunch of losers out there. Anyway, I said the Natty, and people were all up in arms. One of the all-time great performances. I know you've been watching football for quite some time. I don't know if you saw that.
I mean,
game
it was
on
incredible. It was incredible.
7 for 7.
Yeah, I actually, so one of my friends loves the NFL, and he's betting on every NFL game. So I was like, you know what? Every NFL playoff game. I was like, you know what? I'll ride with you. One of his picks that I rode with him was the Patriots.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I told him before the game, too. I was like, man, I kind of hate this Patriots one. And
You went with the Patriots?
I told him I was going to blindly follow him, and that's what I did. So, yeah. But
really?
he went 3-2. He did all right.
Oh, my God. What was the other one?
The other one that we lost was the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, it's just for fun. I'm riding.
Wait, did you go Patriots money line? Patriots with the points? Or were they?
Nah, it's all just spread picks. Yeah, he took
4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to talk myself into it too. I was like, I guess I like it because I hate it, and I don't really know like a ton about NFL betting. Yeah, so didn't work out for us.
You know, I think it says a lot because didn't I say like I don't watch national champion, I don't watch this type of stuff, college football, and yet I was still rooting for Georgia. Literally 6 days later, you bet against my team. I think that's, I mean, pretty much.
I wanted the Bills to win. I think my exact quote was, "I want the Bills to win 20-17."
Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, that could be. I'd like to see the quote. Was it in text? Or was
it was in text. I can get it for you.
All right,
I can get it for you.
Wow, I mean, that is a questionable pick.
I mean, I can't actually cheer for the Patriots. You know, Super Bowl 51 Falcons.
Yeah. Even that alone.
Memories. Yeah,
even that alone, I can't believe that you would do that. 28-3. A lot of people were bringing that up. Saturday was 27-3. So of course it didn't exactly go down the same way. Do me a favor, Bills +2, okay?
Bills +2. That's the line. I haven't seen it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is going to be a crazy game.
Yeah, Bills +2. Sunday night, 6:30. Can't wait. Definitely sweaty. Just speaking about it and nervous. In any event, how was your actual weekend in terms of fighting bets?
MMA, yeah. It was just like a meh weekend.
Kind of stumbled out the gate in 2022 or what?
Stumble out the gate a little bit. We can start with the singles here.
Okay.
We go 1-2 on the normal ones. We get the Chukagian by decision. Someone on Instagram before the fight told me that was free money. I was worried that they were going to jinx that, but sure enough, it's a pretty easy bet to cash. And then I make the bonehead arrow. I try to hedge on Cater, and I go Cater by KO. First round, he gets Giga's back. I'm like, why did I not just take Cater straight up? And then like when we get to like round 3, round 4, I'm just like, wow, he's not going to knock him out. Like this is going to go to a decision. Why did I not just take Cater straight up? Because I had 2 parlays last leg, over 1.5, and Giga. So I was trying to hedge out to guarantee profits, and I ended up just losing more by doing Cater by KO for a hedge, and it didn't work out for me. So that's a lesson learned. Just
feels like you got a little greedy there.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did, and like I immediately regretted it in round 1 as soon as they went to the mat. So yeah, just like a really dumb error on my part by going the KO hedge. I should have just done it straight up, and then we would have locked in profits for the week.
Damn.
But I didn't.
Chukagian via decision was like the sure bet.
I mean, that was nice. That was a nice one. Joe Anderson Brito, he just got dominated. Or no, it wasn't Brito. Brahimaj got dominated. Brito, it was a little bit closer, but he still couldn't pull it off. And then we go to the parlays. We missed this one, obviously, Chikadze.
Mm-hmm.
We've found some success lately in the prop parlays. That's 3 straight cards where it's been our biggest bet on the card, and 3 straight cards it's cashed. So these like fight, don't go the distance, or the over-unders, we found success in. It's my alter ego, Tommy Totals, coming into play. I do that for college basketball. I bet over-unders. And I call myself Tommy Totals. I find success there. We've been able to bring it over to MMA as well. And then we missed the air fryer pretty bad. So yeah, wrap up the weekend here. We finished down 0.43 units. So really just like a mad weekend.
I mean, could be worse. Tommy Totals is interesting. I'd like to explore that for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is that? Is that just like a gimmick that you play or what?
Yeah, so I do the college basketball thing as well, and I
Sure.
take over-unders. And, to start the year, I was 15-3 on over-unders there. So
What do you mean by over-unders?
like totals, over-unders.
Like on the games?
Yeah, on like college basketball.
Oh, just okay. I didn't know if it was like over-under on wins,
Oh, no, yeah.
People do that.
Totals.
I mean, the response was
Yeah.
like, what a stupid question, but that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to win 20
totals,
games.
yeah.
Yeah, win total.
Not
Okay.
really in college basketball, though.
They don't do that? No?
Nah, not in college basketball.
Big in NBA?
Yeah, big in NBA, not in college basketball.
Really? Okay, fine. Sorry. All right, Tommy Totals. We should have called the segment that.
The whole segment? Yeah,
I didn't know you had an alter ego. All right, so a meh out the gate.
Man, it's just like it's I
Not
didn't really like
horrible, not
I
great.
didn't like the card to begin with. Yeah, not horrible.
It was not the best
great.
card, if we're being honest. I mean, it was
Yeah, and we lost.
subpar
We
at
lost
best.
fights. It was.
We lost fights. This is going to be a theme right now with Omicron and
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to get supremely sick. It seems like, but it seems like we're going to lose a lot of fights. I mean, just this weekend's card alone, 270. It feels like we lost Olynyk and we lost Movsar, and then
the
Greg
Movsar
Hardy.
one hurt. I was really looking forward to that one.
That was probably the best non-title fight on the card. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna lose a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the pay-per-view this weekend, though.
You know what's crazy? I don't even know if I should speak it into existence. Should I say it or not?
Yeah, I want to hear it now.
Well, I have to look it up, but I was actually thinking of this because you know how we keep losing all these fights? Let's see here. Has any fight, like the week of, and maybe you'll remember, the week of in this pandemic era, we haven't lost any main events.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird. I think it's like they're untouchable.
Yeah, like
that
is like I'm looking. Okay, so let's go May of 2020. That's when this all started, right? I mean, it's a lot of fights, but yeah, it's gonna take too long. But like the week of, you know how we're losing a lot of these fights like a week, 10 days before, 14 days before. Off the top of my head, I could be wrong. Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure someone knows if it has happened.
Yeah, I don't recall. I mean, I'm trying to think.
But it just like always feels like we lose like 3, 4. Like I think we lost 11 fights last week.
Yeah.
But it's like the main event always.
It always
seems
feels
the
like the
same
sort
path.
of non-consequential ones,
Yeah,
right?
like
I mean,
right.
Ilya is a big fight. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but it's not like Brandon Moreno. It's not Francis. And by the way, I'm not trying to say any,
I mean, this is a
nefarious.
nice conspiracy theory. Going out the tinfoil hat for this one. I like it.
But have you noticed?
It is interesting.
Am I
yes,
the only
that, like,
one?
I was like sitting there researching fights last week, and I'm like, wow, we lost so many, and it's just like, it was almost like it was never even a concern that we were going to lose Giga and Cater.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're probably speaking a jinx into existence right now, and we're going to lose
Yeah,
the main.
listen. All I'll say that and the USADA thing is interesting.
The USADA thing.
There haven't been a lot of pops.
Oh, yeah.
There was a period at the beginning of USADA where it seemed like every week. There was a period like around UFC 200 where it felt like, there was obviously the Brock thing, the Jones thing, but it just felt like there was someone popping every 5 days, every 7 days. Now I can't remember the last high profile. I guess the last high profile pop, would it be TJ Dillashaw against Henry Cejudo? I can't even remember a bigger one.
Yeah,
since
I mean, I feel like they give out more jackets than they do.
Wow. Can we put that on the bulletin board? I mean, that is a big quote right there. Put that on the MMA Fighting Instagram. They give out more jackets than they do what? Suspensions?
Am I wrong? Like, I feel like...
No, that was a great line. I'm
given
jealous of the
more,
line.
Like 4 or 5 jackets out.
It's been a lot of jackets. Does anyone wear those jackets?
I don't know.
Like, could you imagine
only wear them
around,
when they get them, right? When they get them.
Yeah, for the photo op, but you're not going to the mall. You're not going to the grocery store wearing that jacket.
No.
I don't know what's worse, wearing that jacket to the grocery store or wearing like a UFC uniform shirt.
Yeah.
I saw one person, by the way. One person in my entire life, grocery store near my house was wearing a Robbie Lawler Championship Reebok uniform shirt.
Oh, you're saying like wearing that
the
and
jersey,
you're not the UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Like you buy like the gold plated like Robbie Lawler. Yeah, I've seen that. And they're super expensive too. I've always wondered who buys them.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's people listening right now that buy those.
I'm sorry for offending you. I actually wonder what's worse. The person who buys it or the fighter wearing their own? Probably the fighter wearing their own. No?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think, like, if it's your own name, like, if you're the championship fighter, like.
If you're Caitlin Chukagian, you're going to get, like, bananas and you're wearing your
Oh, you're talking about if she's wearing her
own shirt.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know.
I mean, I get that they give them for free, but, like, come on. They're not even nice.
You wear the Helwani merch.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, we're going there.
Thug Nose merch.
But that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're just wearing their uniforms. I
guess.
I stand behind them.
You stand behind
them, yeah.
What's up with the writing of the letter? Like the name is like going vertically like that.
Yeah,
at least do it like a football jersey where the name is, in the back like this,
I don't hate that. I don't hate the vertical writing.
It seems needlessly unique. Like, oh, let's think of a way to make this different. Let's put the name. Could you imagine if NBA jerseys had names going down like that?
I mean, yes, that would be ridiculous. But
same thing. Imagine football jerseys with name going. Soccer jerseys.
Warm ups. I mean, it looks normal on the pants. Like it covers the pants.
It looks much better on the pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned like losing fighters and everything.
Yes.
It wasn't as good as it normally was. Maybe just because we were just getting out of the gates, people are still getting warmed up. But we did have a few big hitters this week.
Oh, what do we got?
Yeah, we'll start with the big hitter of the week. And it actually, I mean, how sweet is this? Saeed Yukub, Kakramanov. I put in a bet on him, and unfortunately we lost him. He had to pull out because he tested positive for COVID. But he hung around, and he throws together this parlay, 5 legs, plus 1769, throws 250 on it, and he wins $4,422.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so instead of getting his paycheck from fighting, he just ends up making a big bet and cashes out on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we got a few honorable mentions here. We'll throw them out. At Rent Dues instead of at Rents Do. I don't know what's going on there. His name is not Tom Selleck, so I just want to be clear here. This is not Tom Selleck, even though the profile picture is of Tom Selleck.
Okay. Wow, that is a throwback.
Yeah, he says his name is not Tom Selleck. But yeah, he throws $100 on a plus 1,071 parlay. It actually had your Bills in it. Had the Bills, the Bengals, and Calvin Cater in it.
I mean, wow. By the way, I did a little pre-show on Saturday. My daughter Claire popped in. She picked Bills 1,800, Pats 0, and then
that's a pretty good guess.
For a minute there, it was looking like we were going in that direction. It slowed down a little bit, and then she picked Cater.
I mean, that's the Claire Helwani parlay, and then he added Bengals on top to cash $1,100.
If you're wondering, she also picked Cyril Gane and Davison Figueiredo for this weekend. So,
ooh,
yeah,
I like the Figgy pick. I mean, Cyril Gane the line is moving on that. He's
more in his direction.
He's like minus 160 at some books.
Oh wow,
yeah, he's becoming a pretty big favorite. Last 2 honorable mentions: Sun Tzu, Art of War. This is just from Daily Fantasy. Like, he just balled out. He entered $2,700 and he won over $15,000. So he profits over $13,000 just on Daily Fantasy, which is just, I don't know how you do that. I mean, that is just crazy. So shout out to at Sun Tzu. And then at TJ Jerkowitz.
TJ Jerkowitz.
Yeah.
Great name.
Well, he took Brandon Royval live at plus 385, and then he doubled down again at plus 392.
What do you mean by live?
Like during the fight when it looked like Royval was losing.
Oh, nice.
To Bontarine. Yeah, I mean, ballsy stuff there. Profits $971. So, I mean, just beautiful execution there by Jerkowitz.
Yeah, Jerkowitz.
It's a Polish name. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
By the way, how has life changed for you now that it's legal in the state of New York?
I mean, it's fantastic.
Is it amazing?
I mean, I can just log on right here. And
incredible.
And it's that easy. I don't have to call my people out in the swamp.
Right. And you could do live.
Yeah, you can do live.
Have you done live? Are you a big live guy?
Yeah, I do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with live because especially like I'll live bet other sports, but if I'm live betting MMA, like I don't know, do I tweet it out? Do I tell people I'm taking it? Can I come on the show if I hit it, but I didn't tell anybody about it? It's
fair. I mean, if you tweet it out, if you say right now I'm taking Moreno in the second round plus whatever, I don't think it's a horrible thing to do. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah. DraftKings League. We actually somebody won some money. The DraftKing for the week.
Is it El Cubano?
Nah, he was last time. This time it was
I like that. The DraftKing.
Yeah, the DraftKing for the week. Oh, there it is. There it is. A little.
What in the world? Oh my
Look at
God.
that.
Wow. This is incredible.
There it is. Adrian Ibarra.
What?
Look at that.
That was amazing. Can I see that again?
Oh, yeah, we can run it back.
That was very like 1987 Nintendo.
Yeah, I was hoping that the text would be a little bit more legible, but
Wow.
we're still working on it. We're getting through some things. Look at that. The draft king for the week, baby. Adrian
How did you
Ibarra.
do that? How do you do that thing where it like that?
I mean, that's just the magic of production back here.
I feel like I'm playing Castlevania right now. You know Castlevania?
Yeah.
Or
So,
Double Dragon?
yeah.
Or no, was it Double Dragon?
wow, we're just re-racking this thing. We're just going back and forth. Adrian
Double dribble.
Ibarra. I mean, he's getting his shine. He won $112.
Good for him.
$112.50. Yeah.
With what?
$5. His lineup was he had Borshev, Royval, Collier, McGee, Kelleher, and TJ Brown. That was the winning lineup this
Wow.
week. Yeah, this week I think we're gonna go big. I don't know if this is too daring, too audacious. I think we're gonna go for a 100-person league this week. We did 50 last week, and a lot of people were actually chirping me in the.
Why? You could put a cap?
Yeah, so like the thing is, you have to fill the league if it gets over 20. Everyone's always telling me, they're like, just check, don't fill the league and it'll play. But like once it gets over 20 people, you have to fill the league. I don't know why that's a rule.
What does that mean? You have to fill the league?
Like you have to. So like if we have a 50-person league, it has to get all 50 entrants or it won't play. Everyone will just get their money back
really?
and it'll get canceled. Yeah.
So you're trying to be conservative.
Right, but I was getting chirped pretty hard. I was getting chirped pretty hard. In the there's a chat in the DraftKings league.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
like, 50 spots. This is ridiculous. I come
Do
on
you
day
think-
of. They're like, GC, we spoke about this. SMH.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone's coming for me. So we're gonna do the hashtag road to 100 and try to get this thing to 100. We're gonna go
I love
bold
it.
this week.
So you think you could have got 100 last week? I think the
I don't
quality
know.
of the
No.
card.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This is a pay-per-view. I don't have the league up yet. I can't start one for some reason in MMA yet, but as soon as I can, I'm going to get it up and I'm going to push this thing hard. Because like Saturday morning, it was at like 41, and I was like,
By the way, you didn't tell me any of this. I mean, I would have given it a little muscle, you know?
we're trying to get the league to float on its own.
Yeah,
We
okay. You
have
don't
to
need,
have the
you don't
Helwani
need.
muscle.
All right, fine. I'm just saying I could have helped out.
We'll need
I
the
did,
muscle this
I
week
did
to get to
retweet
100.
it, but it was just like a sort of retweet, you know.
Yeah. Maybe a call to action this week.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know there was a call to action needed. So 100 people. Wow. And did you do it?
Yeah, I did it, and
How'd it work out?
I fell on my sword. I didn't put a lineup in, so
What?
I donated $5 to the cause.
What does that mean? You signed up, but you didn't actually put a lineup in?
Yeah, I completely forgot to put a lineup.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, come.
Because I automatically join when I create the league. So
Then you forgot.
yeah, I forgot. I
Damn.
blew it.
All right.
Blew it. But it was a valiant thing that I did.
And how do people get the link to join the league?
Yeah, I'll tweet it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tweet out the link.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I
we'll
like
go
that you
for
guys do that. A bit of breaking news here. This is interesting, by
Ooh.
the way. I had heard about this from someone inside, but was asked not to say anything. According to Rafael Marinho of Combate, Amanda Nunes has left American Top Team
I saw that.
to found her own team. Well, I'm doing the Google Translate here, so to I guess start up her own team.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes, yeah, and this is super interesting for multiple reasons. Number one, Dan Lambert, who is the founder of American Top Team, has been her manager for a very long time. He has been a strong supporter of her, and for her to leave makes me wonder if he's no longer going to represent her. Also, there was the whole thing with Kayla Harrison, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Does this open the door for a Kayla Harrison Amanda Nunes fight?
Wow.
Which would mean Kayla Harrison is joining the UFC.
Still heard as of right now that that's a long shot. I don't think
Wow.
that they're going to be able to pay what PFL is offering or even what Bellator wants to offer, to be honest.
Interesting.
So she has to decide, does she want the money to secure, and I don't say this begrudgingly, she just adopted 2 children, like get the money, especially as a female fighter who historically don't get paid what the men get paid. Take the money, or are you going for legacy? I say take the money all day. You can't go to the bank and deposit a UFC belt. It's not going to do anything for you. Take the money, take the security, take the, the big paycheck. But this is very interesting that it has come to fruition. It doesn't say, but honestly, well, other than the starting her own squad, somewhat reminiscent of Francis and Cyril, right?
Yeah, maybe this is a down the line type thing then.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wow, how about that? I think the Lambert part is the part that a lot of people won't notice right off the bat, but it's sort of a three-pronged thing here. It's her leaving the team, it's the Lambert thing, and the Kayla thing. So yeah, that's very interesting. Some breaking news there, and I'm curious to know. Sometimes when you lose a fight of that magnitude and you make these drastic wholesale changes, it doesn't bode well, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, she had all this success with ATT for all these years. And of course, there could be a million things at play here. So who knows? Don't want to necessarily speculate until she speaks about it. But you see like a team, a great football team or, whatever, have all the success and then they lose one big game. Or even a fighter has all the success, loses one big fight, fire the head coach, whatever, fire the head trainer. And sometimes it's not necessary, Sometimes you just got to get back on the horse. So I think that's interesting. Wow.
I mean, it's very interesting, yeah. Doesn't beat Pena in a rematch? That would be crazy.
Oh, my gosh. And Miesha Tate said it herself. Of course, she's somewhat biased. She's friends with Pena and has trained with her for a very long time. I don't necessarily agree with Dana White when he says that that rematch is going to be the biggest in women's MMA history. I don't think it has that kind of juice. I think even Ronda Miesha 2 was a bigger fight. Of course, like the many Invicta fights that you've watched over the years, some of them have rivaled that one.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, I feel like Shevchenko Nunes 3 would be bigger than Pena Nunes 2.
Wow, that's a hot take. Nunes prior to the loss?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I think the loss changes things a little bit.
Nunes comes back and beats Pena and then faces Shevchenko. You don't think... I think that Nunes Shevchenko 3 would be bigger than Pena Nunes 2.
Yeah. I think there is something to the fact that people want to know if like the Pena win was a fluke. Did she,
right, yeah.
Did she just have a better night? Did she have her number? It's tough. Again, I go back to this. In order to have big fights, in order to have big draws, you got to sell the fight. And just historically, Amanda, for whatever reason, she's a lovely like I'm not trying to rip on her, but like historically, she just doesn't sell the fight. She'll show up fight week. She'll do what she has to do, but there's not going to be much else there. And you need to get people emotionally invested. You need to get, just look at all the biggest draws in the fight game, boxing or MMA. You can't just show up. Like even Canelo, who doesn't talk a lot of crap, who like you see him pop up. He's present. He'll talk. He'll do stuff. She doesn't do anything. No media, no nothing. And maybe look, she's not complaining about her pay. She's not complaining about any of this stuff. So it's not one of these things where I'm like, well, if you're complaining about your pay, you better point the finger at yourself. I'm not saying that. However, I'll just say I have a hard time believing that these fights will be the quote unquote biggest of all time, women's MMA or not, if a major portion of this story doesn't want to sell the fight, doesn't want to partake in the promotion.
I agree with that.
Pena does a great job. I saw her last week with Mario Lopez on the Ellen show. I guess Mario was filling in for Ellen or something like that. But Pena is a great interview.
I mean, I think she does a fantastic job. I did her for promo of the year at the MMA Awards.
That's right. Good call. Just taking a quick look here. Did you have another shout out person or that was it?
That was it, yeah. Got through everyone.
No big hitter Hall of Fame, right?
Nah, no Hall of Fame this week. There wasn't anything like insane. Obviously huge bets, but nothing like the plus 106,000 type stuff.
Just looking quickly, so I see plus 155. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That is great. I don't even know how you did that. How's the crown done? The crown
you see it drop down.
Yeah, and then the very underrated part that the listeners won't notice is the flashing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't put producer in my title for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that is amazing.
Value.
Do you like, have you ever played Nintendo?
I've never played Nintendo, yes.
Yeah.
No, like SNES?
Yeah. No. That's Super Nintendo. I'm
I
talking.
haven't. SNES is the first I ever played.
Okay, so you laugh. You didn't actually play what I was asking you. I
Normal
mean,
Nintendo.
the original, the gray one. You never played it.
No.
Wow. I mean, this is straight up. I don't like. Would Super Nintendo look like that?
Yeah, Super Nintendo. Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, okay. Frank's chiming in over here. We've got Frank filling in for New York Rick right next to me.
Oh, let's put him on the screen.
Yeah, you can chirp me
with a black face. You know, like with
the blur him out.
Yeah, the blurred out face
thing. Yeah, he said that SNES is 16-bit. Nintendo is 8-bit.
Now he can't chime in himself with the microphone there.
I think he wanted to speak for me.
Okay.
There he is.
By the way, why are you sitting in the back, Frank?
Just taking more of a supervisory role.
Wow, look at this. Did you get a raise? Did you get a promotion?
I'm not at liberty to talk about that.
Okay.
Look at him. I mean, just comes close to me so he can just chirp.
It's amazing. So I guess we're not going to be joined by Mr. Monday Afternoon. I think he thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess he just, I don't know.
No, New York Rick had a family issue, if you will, to attend to, but all is good, all is well. It was just sort of a logistical thing that he had to get to. The funny thing is that he walked in earlier because he was here, and I was like, "Oh, well, look who it is! It's Monday afternoon. Look who decides." And he said, "How long are you going to keep up this gimmick, this joke?" And lo and behold, he doesn't show up today.
Yeah,
I mean, come on,
classic.
Yeah,
classic. I think he might come on later. I don't know.
Well, I mean, how long do you expect me to stay here?
I mean, yeah, it's your show. It's your show.
Volkanovski, and I'm out. All right. I mean, it's a federal holiday, for God's sakes.
It is a federal holiday.
I appreciate you all coming in, by the way, and happy MLK
Shout
Jr.
out to
Day.
Box turning the heat on.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. Did the Knicks win?
I don't know.
Let's see. I know you don't want to talk. Oh, they lost. We won't talk about that. Big win on Saturday against your Atlanta Hawks. Any thoughts on Cam Reddish? Shall we talk about that?
Yeah, I was actually kind of bummed, honestly, that we lost them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think Miles Bridges went like crazy on y'all. Yeah, 38, 12, and 5. Sheesh.
Well, I was just going to say before we get to Mr. Volkanovski, Cyril Gane, a minus 155 at the moment. Francis Ngannou, a plus 135.
Yeah,
That is interesting.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking at our good friends. How about this? Okay, not that long ago. I was looking at the last. They got a great thing on Best Fight Odds. The last time someone was, they'll give you like the history of all their lines.
Yeah.
Last time Francis was an underdog was the Cain Velasquez fight in February of 2019. Coincidentally, the first card on ESPN. I was there actually. I was in Bristol. Chael and I came on right after the event. It was very funny because in the promos they had to ignore that I was there too. So like when they come out of commercial, they're like, "Coming up next on Sports Center, Chael Sonnen will be in studio." I was like, I'm here too, guys.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, thanks. But we did get to kick off Sports Center from Bristol. The only time that we ever got to do that. So that's the last time. But he hasn't been a dog.
Yeah, I think I had to make cuts for that Sports Center for game night that night.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. How about this? Full circle. Yeah. I mean, prior to that, the Blades fight, he was a favorite. The Derek Lewis fight, he was a favorite. The Stipe fight, which is super interesting when he was the underdog, he was the favorite. So maybe that bodes well for him in this fight where he's the champion. When he was the underdog, he was the underdog. He was the challenger, he was the underdog. In this fight, he is the champion and he's the underdog. The Alistair fight, he was a pretty big favorite. The Arlovsky fight, he was a big favorite. The Ngannou fight, he was a favorite. Is this just the second time?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this fight. I just have no idea who's gonna win. Cyril Gane's obviously incredible. Ngannou obviously has that knockout power. I couldn't, with a good conscience, take Cyril Gane now because I stared at it at minus 110, all holiday break. And now it's minus 155 at DraftKings Sportsbook. So I just feel like I missed out on the Cyril Gane party if I was gonna ride that way. I mean, what's the number? How big does it have to get before I just have to take Francis Ngannou just based on the fact that he can end anybody's night at any second?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm a little surprised here. By the way, just to finish the thought,
bettors love Cyril Gane this week. 2
other fights, he's been the underdog. Curtis Blades in 2016, he was a plus 100, and then Luis Henrique, which I believe was his debut, but I could be wrong. He was plus 110. I have to say, what's so funny?
Yeah, Frank's just trying to
chime in.
behind me.
I have to say, I get it. I understand because of how good Gane looks,
Yes. Yeah,
because of how he's been, because of how young he is, all that stuff, and because the history. Forget about all that. The thing that worries me the most about Ngannou is, for whatever reason, when you battle the UFC, they always come out on top.
Right.
And I just feel like there's a lot going on this week. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to fight for 500-600 anymore, and all this stuff. It's a lot of pressure.
Right, like he needs to win. Like,
of course he needs
to back
win.
everything up. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't really come out mad because I got the Cyril future. So like him kicking off the year as a champion would be pretty nice for that.
And then of course we got the big co-main event: Davis and Figueiredo, a plus 155 against Brandon Moreno.
Where Claire's head is at.
Yeah, you going Figgy?
Maybe.
Wow.
I mean, I still got to do a little more research.
Sure. Figgy, and the last time these two gentlemen fought, which was back in June, of course, Figueiredo showed up super late to the weigh-ins and looked like he wasn't in the best of shape. That was UFC 263 back in June 12th, 2021. He was a minus 240 favorite. How the tide has turned.
Yeah.
And Moreno was a plus 205. First fight, Figueiredo minus 275, Moreno plus 235. So, by the way, looking at Figueiredo, last time he was a dog going into a fight, he was a favorite against Perez, favorite against Benavidez, favorite against Elliott, favorite against Pantoja, favorite against Formiga, favorite against Moraga, favorite against Morales, underdog against Jared Brooks, and then underdog in the first Benavidez fight. So, interesting times. All right.
It's going to be an interesting card.
So, on Wednesday, we'll be back, and you'll give us your official picks.
Yes, that is what we'll do, and we've got the champ. Alex
We've got the champ. Oh boy, I am looking forward to this.
Me too.
I am really looking forward to this.
At the Australian Open yesterday.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Sorry about Novak.
Yeah.
Weird
People
one.
call him Novaks. Come on.
Oh wow, that's
my guy.
Wow, I have to say that is pretty damn. I mean, that is clever. That is
trying
clever.
to stop greatness.
Wow. Okay. Where did you see that he was at? He was just sitting there. You saw an interview or something?
My girlfriend's working it, and she said that he was there.
Oh, shout out!
Like the highlighted people. So
is your girlfriend there?
Nah, she's doing
remote
Bristol. Yeah.
Do they even go?
They used to. Now they don't anymore because of COVID. So she has to work overnights because you have
Oh
to
my
do
God!
it.
Yeah, because the time zone.
I mean, it's just terrible.
And what about the broadcasters? Are they there?
The broadcasters are there. Yeah.
Okay, but the production isn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll ask Alex about that. Thank you very much, GC. We'll see you on Wednesday.